Hey, what's up? It's Mind Over Muscle, but you can just call me Mom. Welcome back to Dump the Junk series, part 2. So, today we're going to dig a little deeper into that junk drawer, maybe find some unprocessed emotions or tension, especially if you spend a lot of your time sitting, because today's main event is going to be our hips. They don't lie. But of course, we're going to start with a little breath to bring awareness into where we are in our body. And as always, there's going to be some real wacky cues that I'm going to try and get your imagination to think of. So I'm going to go ahead and invite you to lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat. Take your time. I'm certainly going to. So once you lie on down, I want you to just settle in. Find a good position that you can feel your shoulders melted into the floor, your back heavy, and just kind of check in with yourself. If it very obviously feels like weight is sitting more on one hip than the other, or maybe you can feel that it's kind of hard to heavy one shoulder, we're just getting to know our body and where we're at. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some inhales and visualizing our breath, putting pressure into our rib cage and down into our low back. So we're going to do 3 of those. So take a nice big inhale, feeling your belly expand, and then exhale, just let it go. Good. 2 more. Nice big inhale. Feel yourself breathing down through the floor. And exhale, let it go. 1 more big inhale, no arching. And exhale, let it go. Good, so now we're gonna bring a little bit more awareness to our exhalations. So I want you to imagine your downstairs neighbor has decided to vacuum their ceiling. I don't know why. Maybe they spilled spaghetti on it. Ranch, I've seen it happen. And they're going to use a vacuum hose. So I want you to imagine wherever they're vacuuming is right underneath you. And that suction pulls your belly button through the floor. Like you're gonna get sucked through a black hole. So we're gonna take a nice big inhale. Feel that breath go down into the low back, through the floor. And now ready as you exhale, feel your belly button get sucked through the floor. And everything almost vacuum seals, right? So what you've done is you've contracted your core. You've engaged your pelvic floor to help hold that tension in the front to tell the hips to stay where we want them, and behind you to tell the hips, hey, stay heavy. So we're going to do that again 2 more times. Big inhale. Feel your breath travel down. And then exhale, get vacuum sealed through the floor. Feel everything compress, compact. Those ribs are down. 1 more big inhale. And now exhale, contract and hold that position. So get vacuum sealed through the floor. Feel your ribs sew down. Almost like you're sewing everything together. So now you should be able to maintain that really heavy belly button through the floor. And I'm going to keep saying that. So next, what I want you to do is let's talk about your eyes. I want you to try to maintain where your eyes aren't looking straight up at the ceiling. With just your eyes, you're going to try and just find, and it might move your neck a little to find the position, but I want you to take your eyes and look at the seam of where your ceiling meets your front wall. Okay, so now our eyes are more on a diagonal, which is holding the back of our head heavy. So it's heavy back of head, heavy belly button. And what we're going to do, arms down at your side, palms into the floor. On an inhale, we're going to reach one arm all the way up. And resist the urge to let anything that we've vacuum sealed through the floor to lift up. Go ahead and put that arm back down. So on our inhale, we're trying to just hold this vacuum seal because this is our baseline now. So we're going to do that on the opposite arm. Inhale with our arching. Sounded a little Australian there. Keeping the low back heavy. Exhale, put it down. Good. We're going to do one more each side. So stay heavy through the floor even though you're inhaling. And exhale. Deepen that contraction. Get sucked a little more through the floor. 1, 2, 3. Other arm inhale. And exhale. Good. One more each. Stay heavy. And exhale. Trying to maintain that little diagonal gaze with your eyes. Last one on the other side by itself. Inhale. And exhale. Good, so now we're going to reach both arms all the way up and hang out with the hands behind the head. So on an inhale, lift both arms all the way. And just exhale and go heavy through the floor. Good, so if you found that that relaxed your belly, that's okay, or you lost your baseline. From here, we're going to do that breath again. So I'm going to keep my arms up above my head, fingernails in the floor. Big inhale. That makes me want to lengthen my shoulders higher up by my ears. And now I'm going to keep that length and get vacuum sealed through the floor. Good. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Keep the low back, but let the shoulders lift. And then exhale through the floor. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, heavy back. Good. So go ahead and put those arms back down where you found them. I'm just going to adjust my sports bra, excuse me. And I want you to, again, keep that low back very, very heavy from the belly button getting drawn through the vacuum. So next what we're going to do is if your arms are down at your side, I'm going to have you turn them so you're on your pinkies. Thumbs are up, Fanzarelli. And then we're just going to reach straight up to the ceiling. So from here, it should look like you're holding something shoulder width apart. And you can feel your shoulder blades down on the mat. So now without moving anything, I just want you to lift your shoulders up. See how your arms lengthen. And then I just want you to put your shoulders back down where you found them, straight arms. Good. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, draw them down. 2 more. Inhale, just the shoulders come up. Exhale, plant them back down heavy. You might notice some things want to curve or adjust in the rest of your body to try and really get those wings down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, lift up. What I want you to do is shut the airspace. And then what I want you to do is open the airspace so big that you can feel your blades open and then drop them down. So we have a very wide space now. Inhale, lift up that shape. Close the airspace between your hands. Open the space back up. Draw your shoulders back down. Heavy back, heavy belly. All right. So that just let our body know, hey, this is what it feels like to really keep my shoulders down and my ribs tucked down under me. So the ribs aren't looking up and making you arch your back. They're curled downwards towards your heels. So next what we're going to do is take your time and go ahead and hug one knee to your chest. We're going to hug over that knee. And we're just going to do some of the same breath work we've been doing. But I want you to visualize your belly inflating, not only through the floor, but up against that thigh that you're holding. So 1, 2, 3, inhale. And then exhale, heavy, draw the belly down. One more, 1, 2, 3, inhale. Feel that belly expand up against her thigh. And then exhale, vacuum through the floor. And it makes my knee get a little tighter to my chest. Good. Go ahead and drop her safely back down. We're going to switch covering and holding over our shin. Same 2 beautiful breaths where we're going to visualize the belly expanding up against that thigh and also through the floor. 1, 2, 3, inhale. And exhale, get vacuum sealed. 1, 2, 3, inhale. And exhale. Good. Keep holding that knee. Add in your other knee. So now we got double knees. So same thing. Now you're going to be able to feel your belly up against both thighs on an inhale. And then as you exhale, tug your knees a little tighter and pull your hips a little further down. 1, 2, 3, inhale. And exhale, belly through the floor. Good. All right, then from there, let's go ahead, gently put those knees back down. Find that belly drawn through the floor. So notice how it kind of makes your pelvis tilt a little. So you're going to keep one knee bent where she is. And then we're going to, once again, hug up your knee to your chest. But now on your next inhale, I want you to not only hug that knee and inflate your belly, I want you to make that other leg long on the floor without arching your spine. So I pull my toes up and I'm going to slowly on an inhale scrape my heel out. It might look a little staccato. Good. So now we're going to hold this shape for some breath. So as you inhale, I want you to inflate your belly against that thigh and visualize your down leg getting longer. And then exhale through the floor. Good. One more big inhale. And exhale. Good. So let's go ahead. Keep the long leg long. Release your bent knee. Then go ahead. Take the long leg, bend her first on the floor foot, and then hug her up. So now peel those toes of the down knee. And remember, on an inhale, we're going to slowly glide that heel out to lengthen her. And we'll do 2 beautiful breaths. Down through the floor, and then exhale, draw your belly. And one more big inhale. And exhale. Good. So whatever leg is long, keep her long. Your bent knee, you're going to just put that foot down. So your long leg, let's talk to her. Her job is to stay heavy through the floor. So getting vacuumed through the floor, trying to put the back of your knee down, the back of that heel, and staying really heavy in her hip. You might notice one side's going to feel easy to stay heavier on than the other, and that's totally normal. So what we're going to do with that bent knee is on an inhale, we're going to open the hip down towards the floor. So 1, 2, 3, inhale, and exhale. And as a reminder, that long leg might want to say, hey, where are you going? Can I follow you? No, you can't. So we're going to do that 4 more times. Inhale and open. Exhale, shut. Remember that vacuum is always pulling your belly through the floor. Inhale and open. Exhale and shut. You can really feel the hip doing this work. 2 more. Heavy belly. Inhale, open. Exhale, shut. And 1 more. Good. Now we're going to take this whole shape, lift it up, hover it, and just bring it out about 2 inches. So just widen the distance between our legs a little bit more. We're going to do 5 more breaths. Same thing. Feel your belly get suctioned in. That glute engages on the down leg to hold the hip. Big inhale. 2 exhale. Inhale. 2 exhale. 3 more. 2 more. Heavy. Last one. Good. We're going to keep that bent knee where it is. We're just going to pop up on your big toe as best you can. And now we're going to end up dipping the knee in towards the long leg. So notice I'm going to resituate a little bit to get on my best ballerina toe. So same thing, draw the belly through the floor to feel your pelvis kind of get a little tilt. And then on an inhale, dip and open. Might not be big, that's okay. So you're feeling now that hip is turning the opposite way from what it just was. 2 more. Oh, I'm right on the verge of a crack. Last one. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and step that guy back in. We'll go ahead and whatever is bent becomes straightened, and whatever is straightened becomes bent. So take your time. Now remember, we need that heavy belly through the floor. What is the neighbor's name? I can't think on Friends. Mr. Oh, I'm horrible right now. Sorry. I'm focused. All right. So remember, we're going to stay really heavy. Don't allow the long leg to see what we're doing on the other side. So inhale and open. Exhale and shut. Draw that belly. Inhale, open. Exhale, shut. 3 more. Sides feel different, don't they? One more. All right. On that side, I have to put a lot of awareness to stay heavy through my belly button and through my low back. Just a little fun fact. All right. So next, you're going to take that shape, hover it, and swing it out just a bit. So we need more space between our legs. Draw that belly. Keep that glute engaged on the down leg. And then inhale and open. Exhale, shut. Inhale, open. Exhale, shut. Inhale, open. Exhale, shut. Inhale, open. Exhale, shut. One more, please. Good. All right, so next, we're just changing the shape of our foot. So we're going to pop up on our best ballerina toe. And what we're going to do is heavy the belly through the floor. Feel the hips tilt. Inhale, dip. Exhale, open. Hold that pelvis, and pelvic floor. Good. 2 more. So your hip is lifting and turning a little. 1 more. Good. And relax. All right. So we're going to go back to both knees bent, feet flat. And what we're going to do next is cross into a figure 4. So I'm going to take one ankle and place it on top of my opposite knee. And what we're going to do is just find that beautiful breath that we've been doing. So big inhale. Feel the breath transfer down through the hips. And then exhale. Compress. 2 more. Big inhale. And exhale, compress. Last one, big inhale. Exhale, compress. So that compression is to keep that low back heavy. I want you just to gently fan that knee. Very gentle, without letting your low back lift. Just a couple 2 tree fans here. Good. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take an inhale and drop our knees towards the bent knee that's on the floor. So big inhale. Now, if you can get this foot flat, great. But what we're going to do is hang out in this position. And when you inhale, I want you to visualize your breath pushing this knee away from your face. And see if you can hold that as you exhale. And give me 2 more inhales. Breathing into the back spine and exhale. 1 more big inhale. And exhale. Good. So now to safely return, I want you to visualize drawing your belly back and rolling that shape back with control. Good. Then from there, instead of having our ankle, we're going to cross knee on top of knee. And then from there, we're going to bring both knees the other direction on an inhale. So 1, 2, 3. Inhale, guide your knees over. That was a crack. I don't know if you heard it. And exhale, return. So it's again like a force is pulling us back onto the floor. Big inhale. And exhale. 1 more big inhale. And exhale. Good. Go ahead and uncross. We'll do that work on the other side. So ankle on top of opposite knee. We're just going to do some breath here. So big inhale. Feel the breath goes down into the hip creases where your thigh meets. And then exhale, draw the belly through the floor. Heavy low back. 2 more. Feel your breath trying to reach up to its thighs. And exhale through the floor. Vacuum. 1 more. And exhale. Now we're going to try and hold that tension we've created and just gently bounce that knee. Making sure that low back and belly through the floor stay heavy on both sides. Good. And what we're going to do is hold that tension as we roll towards the down foot. In this little awkward pretzel shape. And I can feel my knee wants to fall down or cave in. And on an inhale, I'm going to open it. And I'm going to try and hold it open as I take 2 more big inhales. And exhale. 1 more big inhale. And exhale. Then we're going to exhale as our back gets drawn through the floor to roll back. All right, so now instead of the ankle, we're going to take the knee on top of the other knee. And now we're going to 3 times on an inhale, guide these knees towards the left if your top knee is the left knee. And exhale, return. Try your best to keep those shoulders heavy as well. One more. All right, uncross, back to knees bent, feet flat. We're already headed into our final exercise. So what I want you to do is scoot your feet so your ankle bones are together. Maybe your knees are together, maybe they're not. Try and click your heels together too, Dorothy. And what I want you to do is if the space between your knees is, say, 4 inches, I want you to keep those shoulders heavy, low back heavy. And on your next inhale, what I want you to do is open that space just to 6 inches. And then exhale, shut that space. Inhale, open it again. Exhale, shut. Good. If we went to 6 inches, let's see if we can go to 8. Inhale, open. Exhale, shut. So we're trying to keep those ankle joints and heels together. Another one. Good. Let's go a little bigger. Big inhale. And exhale. Big inhale. To exhale. Good. We're going to change the shape of your feet. I want you to put your soles together. So notice now the knees are definitely a little wider. So from here on an inhale, we're just going to lower those knees about 2 inches. And then exhale, put them back where you found them. Inhale, open about 2 inches. Exhale. Good. We're going to go deeper now. So lowering a little bit more towards the floor on an inhale, but not all the way. Exhale, shut. One more, not quite to the floor. Exhale, shut. Good. Now on your next inhale, we're just going to open, and I want you to get as big as you feel comfortable doing. Big inhale. Remember that belly is drawn through the floor. And on your exhale, we're not going to shut. We're just going to go heavy. So big inhale. Maybe they get a little wider and heavier. But on your exhale, draw the belly. One more big inhale. Exhale, belly button through the floor. Good. We're just going to hang out here for a little bit in this position, always keeping that belly drawn through the floor to take any arching out of your spine. Shoulders are heavy. And just remind yourself, any tension that you feel, it's okay to feel it, and it's okay to let it go. Getting a little heavier while you're here. The more your body relaxes. It's a very vulnerable position to be in. So it's no surprise that the body might feel a little trepidatious. Vocab word to hold this position. So we're just going to remind it with every inhale, it's safe to get a little heavier. And we'll do that a couple more times. With every inhale, it's safe to relax. 2 more. With every inhale, it's safe to fall. 1 more. Good. Now I want you to gently take your time, shutting those knees. And you let go of some serious junk today. I really appreciate you stopping by and spending time with me. This was a little longer, but hey, the hips are the powerhouse of our body. We've got to pay them attention. So I'm sure you're going to come see me for part 3. And as always, be sure to check in on your mom.